the Shelley Studio. Today I'm working on my 100-day project, and I decided to do the smushing technique. This is day 87, and I just wanted to use these pinks and purple colors, and I added a little brown there in the middle to give me a horizon. Maybe it's a mountain back there. And I put way too much paint on. So this is actually day 87 and 88. Because there's enough on there to pull a whole nother print. So I'm going to pull 2 prints with the smushing technique. I like the second print better. It's kind of hard to tell there with the paint wet. But there was a lot of paint on that first one. And the second one is a lot smoother. I like it with the less paint. Anyway. So this is the second pull. The other one has to dry for a while. I had a little spot there. I just touched up with a little bit of the brown paint. And we're going to add like a horizon or some watermarks to make it look like it's a reflection. Because it kind of looks like that already, I think. Oh, and that's just my pickup print. I'm sure that will be a future landscape. Since I'm only on 87 and 88, I've got a ways to go. I will include that one for sure. So I'm adding some, this is parchment, I believe is the color. It's just, I think it's Artist Loft paint. I wanted to make a straight horizon, and then I decided to just make marks. I have like paintbrushes that have catalyst tools on the end. Oh, I'm using just the pointy end of that paintbrush. Trying to drag some of the paint off. I ended up lifting it because I thought it looked better. And then we're going to pull that with, I think this is the less paint one. Yeah. I do it again with the more painty one. Anyways, they both get the treatment. So they both actually have similar marks on them. I'll hold them up side by side so you can see. You don't see me, well, I don't actually put other marks on the other one. I just left it as is. So there's the one. So there they are, the twins. And here's the prints. And that works to do 2 in one day since I'm playing catch up on my 100-day project. Those are May 20th and 21st. That's what I'm counting those as. Oh, and the next print is another quick one. This is 89. I guess I decided right away to just turn this one into a landscape. And I add some more yellow and white to the top. And I'm just mixing it with my brayer. My brayer is getting really thick. So thick. My big brayer. My little brayer, I think I'll soak it to get the paint off. But the big brayer, I plan on peeling it off. So here is this one. I think I add horizon. Look, there's even a blue fish on the bottom left. Doesn't that look like a fish? It totally looks like it could be a fish. And it's in purple water. Maybe that's just the sky reflecting, even though the sky is kind of yellow. I don't know. It's my imaginary world, y'all. There's a quick day 89. Look at that, and we're on to day 90 already. So we're going to start fresh this time. Taking some teal and just a teeny bit of, I don't even know what that color is. I think it was khaki. To lift my sky. Okay, the gel plate wasn't perfectly clean because I still end up with little bits of other stuff. Oh, that was the gold. That was iridescent gold fine is what I put on there. So now I'm doing some burnt umber and more of the iridescent gold fine. It's a sample. When I run out of that sample, I'm going to have to buy me some for real. 'Cause I really love that gold color. I'll try to take a picture of the print so you can really see that gold a little bit better. And this time I'm making my heels, trying to make my heels with the brayer. And then we're just going to pull that print. Get our mountains. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. It's been a good day. It's definitely summer. It is so hot here now. I usually have a fan going and I turn it off to do voiceovers because it's like this whir in the background, which I think is probably quite annoying. So I've got that turned off. We needed something on the bottom of this one, so I'm just adding. I'm not even sure what color I mixed, but I added more of the iridescent gold because I wanted some gold in there. And yeah, so there it is. Voila. I'm not sure if I do something else to it. Oh, I did. I think it didn't look defined enough. So I'm going to mix a little bit of the parchment, I think, and some of the brown. And I just bring it across with the palette knife and I leave it textured. So maybe it looks like a rocky or hard and rocky ground or something. This could be southern Utah. Arches area. And that was day 90. Can you tell that's gold? Maybe you can see the shine. Well, it looks nice and gold in real life. I tried to take an angle shot. It's hard to tell. Alright, so now I have yet another cleanup print. This is cleanup print day. So that one was day 90, and this is day 91. And looking at this print, in the background it looked like the Rocky Mountains with a little bit of snow. So I kind of paint around that area with some of my blue violet just to emphasize it just ever so slightly. And it's kind of hard to see while I'm doing it because the light is so bright you can't see the subtle changes. And then I'm going to turn these little fuzzy mounds into some brown mountains. So, I mean, it was mostly on the gel plate, right? This is just enhancing it. Because it's got all the stuff from cleaning up prints. And I just felt like it looked pretty much done. And I decide there's a little bit of green in the foreground. So we're just going to make those some green brush or something. So I pull out a little bit of, I think it's Hooker's green, and just add that in a few areas. And I've got a little bit of blue happening down at the bottom. So I think I'll add a little bit more blue and make that water. And I like this one because it's got a lot of interesting things happening. When I put the photo up, I'll let it sit there for a while so you can look at it a little bit and see what you think. But yeah, this one was another quick one because it was practically already done. Does it look like water? Maybe not a lake, maybe just a puddle from, maybe it's been raining really hard. I don't know. can imagine things, make things up in your head. But there we go. And here's the photo. What do you think? Can you see the mountains in the background? Yeah, they totally look like the Rockies. Alright, so for the next one, I've been wanting to do Shin-Kolei on the gel plate. I did one a while ago that was an owl, and if I remember, I'll link it in the description box below so you can see it. But I just took some of my gel prints, and this was a stencil on tissue paper, and decided to create a landscape doing the Shin-Kolei method, which is, well, the gel print method that I've seen. Like, I don't know if it's like an official thing or anything, but you adhere the papers to the gel plate, and then you paint over them and pull a print. And I think why some people are really liking it is it really feels like a part of the paper when you're done. Like, it's smooth. There's not a ridge where the paper was. Like, if you look at the back of the page, I think you see a little rippling. And the more paper you use, the more rippling you get. But the front is like smooth. It's so weird. And the tissue like completely disappears. Now I'm using some clear matte medium, and I got way too much on there. I've got to clean off my brayer. Okay. So I'm taking that, then I'm laying down my stuff. Now, if I had intended that to be the sun, it would have needed to go on last. So I don't know what it is because, yeah, it's not last. And another thing you have to think about is if you're overlapping papers, you need to have something to adhere them to each other. And I did that to the one with the tissue. Do I do it under the... I guess I don't do it under the other two, but they're sealed. So we're good. So I'm trying to remember the layout I'd already created. I'm adding a few dots of the white and some yellow. We're going to have a yellow sky. I figured the colors I picked were really bright, so I would go with more bright colors. So I've got yellow in the sky. I've got some orange and yellow and brown in the foreground. And I spread it around just to give it some streaky effect before I hit it with the brayer. Do the same thing with the sky. I didn't do that enough with the white. I end up with a white dot, but you know, it happens. And you want to make sure you have enough over the paper to really hold it down. And I did leave that overnight. It lifted some of the paint off of the previous gel print that I put on there. But isn't that cool? I do go around just trying to emphasize that mountain. And I'm just using a red, I think it's brick red color pencil, just to go around that mountain a little bit. And apparently I felt like the hills needed a little yellow above them. I guess once you pull out the colored pencils, you want to keep going. But there it is. Now, I felt like those really felt stuck on. I wanted to try it one more time. So this last one for today, this is day 93. And this is wet strength tissue paper. And I used too much tissue paper, I think. I was really going for lots of layers, lots of mountain layers. I haven't emphasized any of the layers on this one, which it could probably use. But I have this, I can't remember the name of this stencil, but it's by PM Artist Studio. I did a long haul with it and made a little Valentine book with it out of these tissue papers. If you're interested, I can link that one below too. Let me know if you want to see it. So this time I am adding some pink on the bottom as my foreground, and I put a little matte medium above it to keep it transparent. Then I'm going to put my first layer down. And then I'm adding some like peach, I think it's called peach, and there's another little bit of the matte medium. Putting my next hill down, brayering that out. Just kind of trying to get paint in between the layers so it looks a little bit more painterly. And putting a little matte medium where the papers overlap so that they will stay fused together. Now I'm adding a little bit of some bright pink, more matte medium, even though I'd cleaned it off. I cleaned it off because I don't want the same color everywhere. So the idea is to get this to look like layers, but with paint and stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure that it was actually successful. It's interesting. So now I've got my bright pink on there. I think I have a couple more hills to add. And sticking that down. I think that's the last one. So hardly any sky in this one. And just going over it with matte medium. And now trying to blot the color out of the sky. And I do sort of a orangey pink mixture, which I really like the color. I like orange and pink together. I really like the color of the sky. And I'm just mixing it with my finger. I think the palette knife was dirty or something, I don't know. Brayer that on, and then I just put some white on there just to make sure everything is wet and things are sticking. This has way too much paper on there, but it was a fun attempt anyway. So I put paper on there, and I put a book on there and let it weigh it down. And when I took that off, like, see how wrinkled it was? Really, really wrinkled, because that's a lot. And then when I peel it up, you can see crackles in it if you look closely. But I think it was kind of interesting, and this is the last one for today. What do you think? Do you like that one? Let me know which one's your favorite. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you, 22 Club, for hanging out with me today. And I will see you next time. Have an awesome day.